Hey everybody, welcome to my list of my top 5 favorite Megaman games. Now, like the last list that I did, this is a favorites list and not a best list. And it's just my opinion, so not a statement. Now, these are the games in the main Mega Man series, so only counting the ones with Mega Man followed by the numbers 1 through 10. Now, let's get started.
Number 5.
Mega Man 6. Mega Man 6 is one of those games that if I were growing up in the 90s, I probably wouldn't have liked, because of the fact that there were 5 games much like it in the series that came before it. And since the SNES was out at the time that this game was released, it would have felt repetitive and kinda out of place. But since I didn't, it is actually one of my favorites. The graphics were perfected by the time that this game was out, and there were many different unique environments and worlds to explore. The gameplay wasn't too difficult, but not too easy too. I never felt like there was cheap difficulty in this game, like I do with some other Mega Man titles. I had just enough fun with it to put it at number 5.
Number 4.
The original Mega Man for the NES. This game, being the first in the series, played out much different than the other games that came after it. For starters, it only has 6 levels to start out with, and only 4 Dr. Wily Castle stages, so it is much shorter than the other games. But that's also a reason why it's one of my favorites. This game is, in my opinion, the best pick-up-and-play game in the series because of it. This game is considered one of the hardest Mega Man games out there. But because it is so short, I was able to play it over and over until I was actually pretty good at the game. It is a much smaller game than the rest, but it is still one of my favorites.
Number 3.
Mega Man 5. Lately I've been playing Mega Man 5 a lot, and I've been liking it more and more ever since. On the outside, it's just a regular Mega Man game. But when you look at the individual stages, you see something more. For instance, Gravity Man. This stage has to be one of the most ingenious stages in any Mega Man game to date. It keeps the action flowing, but also requires you to plan out your jumps, and how you kill enemies to progress by changing the gravity constantly. There are also fun little things, like in Wave Man stage with the bubbles and Water Jet, which no other Mega Man game has ever had. Another thing I like about this game is the level design and variety. It has a water stage, an outer space stage, a jungle stage, and even a train stage. The level variety adds flow to the game, where I am actually excited to take each different stage on. This game is also easier than the rest in the series, which means I didn't ever rage quit or feel like the difficulty was too hard, and that's why I put it at number 3.
Number 2.
Mega Man 7. Either you love this game or you hate it, and personally, I love it. This game has great graphics, gameplay, and sound. This is the only Mega Man game that was made on the Super Nintendo, meaning it was able to expand and create a large world and many collectibles for you to, well, collect. The stages all play out like a movie, and since this game is broken up by an intro stage and midway stage, you really feel good when you progress, or make it through a stage. Once you finish everything there is in this game to collect and get, you get a sense of accomplishment that Mega Man games just couldn't create in the 8-bit era. Now, it isn't without its faults, though. Mega Man is significantly bigger in this game compared to the 8-bit games, which makes this game feel just a little cramped. It's just kind of hard to adjust to this game after playing the NES games. This makes the platforming just a little off and makes you get hit more often. But since they added a clever little shop to buy your items from, it isn't that much of a hindrance in my opinion. Now, before we go on to number 1, let's have a recap. Number 5, Mega Man 6. Number 4, Mega Man 1. Number 3, Mega Man 5. Number 2, Mega Man 7. And now it's time for number 1. I know what you all are thinking. Mega Man 8! Not. No, you guys are thinking that it's either Mega Man 2 or 3. And, well, you would be right. My favorite Mega Man game of all time is Mega Man 2 because of a few different factors. The first one is that it's the first Mega Man game that I ever played, which got me into the series in the first place. The second one is that the music made each world feel upbeat and open. There wasn't a single soundtrack in the game that I didn't like. The difficulty was also perfect for me, and I never got frustrated with it. That, combined with graphics and level variety unlike any other game in the series, made it my favorite Mega Man game of all time. Thank you all for watching my video, and I will see you on the next one. You can click here to watch my top 5 list of my top 5 favorite Mario games, and you can also click to the right to see my Yoshi's Story review. See you guys next time.